Hey everyone, welcome to the 10 Minute Trades Podcast, episode 25. It's a recap of the week, May 9th through the 13th. And it's just going to be a short recap this week because we already had a podcast today. So I just want to go over a couple of highlights. So I will say this, it was a good week and a challenging week. Let's talk about WASD for a second. WASD was a grain report that's on Thursday. It's a family money trade. And it's a report that has a lot of people concerned. It hasn't been trading well. It's had, I'd say, three whipsaws out of the last 6 months. It's had a couple of decent winners, but some significant losers. I think we're going to take a deep dive into WASD over the next month and maybe come up with a new setup for it and see if it requires a new setup. So just understand that when we have a difficult trade, we take it seriously and we look to fix it. Now, again, on a positive note, many of our opening trades are working great. The oil open, the gold open, NQ open, many members are making money in the room. I could trade the NQ open a little bit better. We all know that. It's going to be fine, but the setups are working great. So get into the trade room and learn about these open trades because they're working great. Now, maybe the API report, on another positive note, is making a little bit of a comeback. It's had 2 weeks in a row of a nice positive trade. And I have a way that we can trade it with one contract to reduce risk and maybe make a decent profit on it if it has a move in our direction. So I'll be teaching that in the trade room as time goes on also. Crude oil and natural gas are trading great. Even though natural gas was a stop out this week, it was like 5 out of 6 weeks that it made money. Natural gas and the Wednesday oil report are both trading really well. The bond auctions, another thing unto themselves. The 30-year did not work, the 10-year did work. And we're going to use some of the same elements from the API technique in the bond reports and something extra also. We're going to move our orders. So I think there's hope for the bond reports. I really do. And then let's talk about the final important trades of the month that happened to take place this week. CPI and PPI. The CPI trade, as you probably know by now, was our trade of the week. It's an NQ range trade. It's making good money. Also, the ES breakout tested great, and it looked like a winner over the past couple of months, not just once. So when we got to PPI the next day, the NQ trade was a nice winner, over $500, but unfortunately the ES stopped out, so we only made about $55 on the PPI. It could have been an awesome winner, close to $550, but unfortunately the ES portion didn't work. And that is sometimes the frustration of trading. Had I traded the ES breakout live on CPI with the NQ range, it would have been over $1,000 in profit. But I wasn't sure yet that I wanted to risk trading the ES. And then, of course, you make a decision, and unfortunately, half the trade didn't work. ES got stopped, but our range trade is looking great on CPI, on the NQ, and PPI. Both of them were winners, and we'll be going forward with range trades in the trade room. They're working. And maybe we'll look for a WASD to have a range trade, or maybe a trap. You never know. But overall, a lot of good, positive winning trades in the room. So keep making your way into the trade room. Learn these new techniques that we're doing at the market opens, and hopefully look forward to our new software that's coming out very shortly. It's in the hands of the programmer as we speak, and I'm very excited to show it to you and as we talked about in our podcast. So I'm Lee Goldstein, the trading director, a short but sweet weekly wrap this week, and I'll see you in the trade room. Take care, everyone.